Hi, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with my partner Clark Kellogg. It's East versus West here in Milwaukee. The Bucks hope to put on a show for this home crowd. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. They've got Jason Kidd, and for Milwaukee, we've got Allen and Robinson. Clark, a lot of success for the Suns against the East last season, 19-11 against the other conference.
A lot of that could be a style of play thing. I mean, more East teams kind of want to slow up the pace and can really be thrown off balance by what the Suns like to do, which is high-octane, entertaining, effective offense.
And Phoenix has possession. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kevin. I caught up with the Bucks head coach. I asked how they're planning to handle this dynamic offense, and his response was that they're going to concentrate their defensive attention on a few specific players. That'll leave it to someone else to step up and beat them, and he's not sure they've got the depth or the talent to do so, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Always have to have that game plan going up against prolific offensive teams.
Kevin, it's always something you're strategizing for every game.
Here is Douglas. And Clark, you mentioned this, the running gun style has been such a part of the Suns for the past couple of years. Do you ever think they'll ever get away from it anytime soon?
Well, I don't think so, not as long as Steve Nash is there.
True,
but beyond that, who knows? I mean, even after Nash leaves, the fans have grown accustomed to that style, and they really like it. It's about your personnel, but Nash makes that offense go.
It is fun to watch.
It's extremely fun to watch, Kevin.
Here's Robinson. With a hook shot. It's a little short, but gets the friendly roll.
He seems quite confident in that hook shot. The defense wasn't even close to blocking that one.
Seeing this Milwaukee team, they were just 15-15 against the West a season ago.
You know, that's an improvement on the season before, Kevin, but there's still plenty of room to get better in that area.
Person defended by Douglas. Kept alive. It's tipped. Allen against Kidd. Defended by Allen. Here's Kidd. Sinks the open shot.
That's exactly where the coach wants him to get a shot, Kevin. Right there from mid-range.
Here is Douglas. Allen right side. Over Person. Allen shot is off. Clark, to follow up on that, do you mean get better if they want to win their division or just win in general?
Well, I think it's a combination of both. You look at all the top seeds in the East from a year ago, and they all had winning records versus the West. If you want home court advantage in the playoffs, you need to do well outside of the conference.
So it's Phoenix now, following the shot by Ray Allen. Robinson pulled in from 11 feet away. Again, Allen missing. And that's the end of one post-game so far. Suns ahead, up 2.
They're playing lockdown D, Kevin. As a coach, you can't ask for anything more.
It's more NBA coming your way. Both teams neck and neck as we begin the second quarter. And here are the Bucks now, trailing by 2.
You know, Kevin, with a healthy Bogut last year, I think the Bucks could have taken down the Hawks.
Baker backs in. And he dropped it in on the way. Here's Kidd. We've got Allen and Robinson. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Number 1, guarded by Robinson. Back to Kidd. Four on the shot clock. Number 1 connects on the baseline jumper. With Bogut, as you mentioned, no doubt he definitely would have helped, but enough to make the difference in this series?
Oh, I think so, Kevin. He was playing at a really, really high level. I mean, he was posting close to 20 points a game, double-digit rebounds. a presence in the middle defensively. He was playing the best basketball of his young career, so I clearly think he would have made a significant difference in that series against the Hawks.
You've sold me. He had an ugly arm injury, too. It was hard to watch.
It sure was.
Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, one of the tests of a great point guard is being able to get wherever you want on the court at all times, and Steve Nash undoubtedly can do that. Nash said, "I'm not the most explosive guy, I know that. To be successful, I have to use change of direction. I have to use my balance. I have to use my coordination. I have to use my own advantages. I am lucky to be just quick enough to get just where I need to go and do just what I need to do." Might be the biggest understatement right there, Kevin.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. Here's Kidd. Number 23. Baseline J off target. Throws it up. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Number 1. What a big-time shot to beat the buzzer.
You got to be cool and confident to hit a shot like that. He is, and he delivered.
And the first half is now in the books. And we'll get it going after this from the Bradley Center.
Nothing takes the edge off a Monday like HP at the half. For the Phoenix Suns, they have the lead against Milwaukee. They've played gritty D and have been hauling in the defensive rebounds. Certainly an impressive start by Jason Kidd. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. Meanwhile, the Bucks not to be outdone. They've been working the ball inside, getting in close, easy points around the rim. A valuable contribution so far by Ray Allen. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. And now we send you back to the Bradley Center for the start of the second half.
Here is Douglas. Still looking to get on the scoreboard.
You know, everyone likes to talk about the Phoenix Suns offensively, run, run, run. But they have been surprisingly sticky and stingy at the defensive end of the floor.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Jason Kidd. Here's Kidd. Defended by Douglas. Number 23. It's short against the kind bounce. And Clark, you talk about Phoenix and their defense. Top half of the league last season in field goal defense. Not something you'd expect out of this team.
Yeah, it's one of those things that gets overlooked, Kevin. They gave up a lot of points because of the pace at which they play. But when you look at that field goal defense, pretty good when you can be in the top half of the league and be as good as they were offensively.
Especially from the all-star break on. Defensively, they really tightened the screws.
They sure did.
And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, as you know, the Phoenix Suns have one of the better benches in the entire NBA. Steve Nash said, "Our bench is a huge part of our team. We've got a group of guys that are chomping at the bit to get on the court. When they get out there to play, they play with a ton of energy. They're defensive-minded and active, and whether they shoot the ball well or not, they can always play solid defense." Guys, just so important to have players that really embrace their role as energizers off the bench.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, Kevin, the bench has added a needed infusion of energy here for the Suns. Now we'll see if the team can will its way back into that elite category.
Here's Douglas. The Suns on the road last season picking up their 22nd win away from Phoenix, which was up 4 from the previous season.
That's a nice improvement. Takes you over that 500 mark that we talk about so much for road wins. That difference really helped them get back into the playoffs, Kevin. That just shows you how thin that line is between postseason play and watching postseason.
And Phoenix has possession.
Almost picked it off. Still, nice hustle there to deflect the pass out of bounds.
Making a switch here, the Bucks. Here's 6 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. The tray, that's good.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
Here is Douglas. 31 seconds left in the third. Gillies backs him down. Tosses it up. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
The defense set the tone there on the inside and made a nice stop.
Pass to Kidd. Gillies corrals the miss off the defensive glass. Some great basketball so far as we end the third quarter. And we'll get going again here from Milwaukee shortly. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for a Sprite Spark at the game. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, today's Sprite Spark is Jason Kidd. When it comes to scoring for this team, his name is at the top, and this game is no different. He's put the team on his back once again as we head into the final quarter of play, guys.
Thank you, Doris. You know, Clark, give me your thoughts igniting his team much of the way.
Well, just a man on a mission, Kevin. His goal is not to let his team lose if he can help it.
Here's Kidd. And Douglas. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Number 1. He's covered by Brown.
When he gets it going like this, you got to double team him. That's your only hope.
Here is Douglas. They've still got time to turn this one around.
That's right, but they've got to keep their composure, got to play with poise, stay cool, and keep chipping away at it.
So it's Phoneix now. Here's the break. Up court, number 1. Caps the break with the nasty stuff.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, you realize this is my bash, don't you?
Yeah, that is a nice finishing touch, Clark.
You think he bent the rim there, Kevin?
I think he did, sure. Look at it. So it's Milwaukee now. The Suns getting the bucket.
Come here.
18 feet away. Can't get it to go. And Phoneix will take it the other way.
They've really done a great job securing the rebounds, Kevin.
Yeah, they got the advantage right now, Clark, +5. Pass to Kidd. Let's go with the 3. Brown yanks down the rock. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Newman. Rips it down.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here's Kidd. 57 seconds left in the game. Defended by Douglas. Here's Kidd. Again, Kidd missing.
That's not something you'll see very often. Not the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Takes it up. And that drops in off the glass for 2.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Kidd. And there's the intentional foul. And the Bucks making a change here. The Suns have a chance to put this one out of reach.
Bucks foul ball. That's his third personal foul. Second team foul. At the line of the Suns.
Sinks the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Off on the second. Decisive possession, the crowd on the edge of their seats. Allen against Kidd. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard. The shot. He'll go to the line.
Shooting for Milwaukee. Ray Allen.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Kidd. And the intentional foul called as they try to prolong it here.
That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
6 the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
2 shots.
Can't connect on number 2. And the Bucks with possession. Trailing by 5. Here's Robinson. Doesn't get enough under it. And so they will intentionally foul. Gets the first. That increases their lead to 6. Gets them both, and it's a 7-point ball game. Timeout called the Bucks. They're down by 7. 5 seconds left to the 4th. Clark, what's your take?
They're going to talk strategy or perhaps what's on the dinner menu tonight. Because this one is really about over. They have no chance of winning this game.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I got a chance to hear what head coach of the Bucks said to his team. He pumped his team up saying, it's moments like these that you play for. Leave everything you have on the court and play like you know you can. Let's watch, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. So the Suns win it. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke and the whole crew and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan Brand player of the game.